Yeah, we are. But why is it even worse? That's true. You are wasting your time. But why is it even sadder? What do I give you?
Gave the whole question.
That's true. But what else do I give you? Yes, Kelsey, you can have a point. I post the key. I've already made a key. I already have it ready to post. As soon as you walk out of this room today, I'm going to post the key. So how do you not do something when the teacher hands you the key? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's look at, we have 4 math workshop problems, and then it's just you and your study guide. Goodness. Okay, let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Are there any suggestions on how to factor number 7? How many terms are there? What should we be doing? I heard Seth first. He can have it. 4 for grouping. So let's.
Give me the slip.
You have one somewhere. Okay, so I group them, and what can I pull out of the first group? Thank you, Jay. You can have a point. If I pull out an X, I'm left with a Y minus 2. The other group already has a Y minus 2. What number can I put on the outside? Thank you. Every group can have a point. So my final answer is X plus 1, Y minus 2. Terrific. Okay, the next one is an easy factor because the leading coefficient is 1. Thank you, Gracie. You can have the point. The leading coefficient is 1 in front, so it should be easy. We need 2 things that multiply to negative 12, 2 things that add to negative 1. That one seems really easy. Well, yeah, 2 and 6, 4 and 3, 1 and 12. Which one do I pick and what sign?
4 and 3.
I picked 4 and 3 because they have a difference of 1. Yes, you can have a point, and it's A minus 4, A plus 3. That way it'll be a negative 1. Number 9 is our hardest one of the day. We're going to skip it for now. Let's go to number 10. Number 10 is hard to read, so let's rewrite it again. It's 2n squared plus 3n minus 9. Why is this not an easy factor? Because of the 2. Thank you, Jay. You said it first. Because of the 2. You can have a point. Okay, the 2 is making our life difficult. We eventually will, I guess, have to learn another method, or I might just post it and say if you don't know how to factor, you need to watch this video or whatever. But I think we're trying to be a really good algebra 2 trig student. We need to know how to just guess and track at this point in our lives. So I know to make 2, isn't it 2 times 1? So I know it's a 2n and an n. I got that much. Now what I'm going to guess is what these factors are. They still need to they still need to multiply to negative 9. So what multiplies to negative 9? 3 and 3 multiply to 9. What else multiplies to 9?
9 and 1.
1 and 9. Okay, so Kelsey said 3 and 3 first. She can have it. Tyreek says 1 and 9. He can have that. Okay, so I'm going to literally guess one of these. So let's guess, for instance, maybe it's a negative 9 and a positive 1. Okay, so I can on my paper, but mostly I do it in my head. I say, okay, first would be 2n squared, outer would be positive 2n, inner would be negative 9n, last would be negative 9. Did I guess correctly? No, because my inside is going to be negative 7n, and I need it to be a 3n. So I have not guessed correctly, so I need to pick a different guess. So that was wrong. Let's do 2n. Not for nothing, it's good to guess. Let's guess something else. So we could guess positive 1, negative 9, or we could guess negative 3, positive 3. It's up to you. Okay, I heard negative 3, positive 3. Let's try it out. That sounds right, but let's see. So when we actually FOIL this out, 2n squared plus 6n minus 3n minus 9. Is that the correct guess?
Yes, it is.
Why is that the correct guess?
Because 6n minus 3n would equal 3n.
Yeah, so when you combine the 2 middle terms, you do get positive 3n, so that is the correct answer. So our answer is 2n minus 3. Our Chiro gets the point because he recognized it was the correct answer. You did.
He didn't guess that.
No, he understood. Okay, so if you got that, that's great. If not, sadly, there's more of that to come after tomorrow. We're bending matrices to do and going on to quadratics, which basically means everything's going to have a square, so we're going to end up needing to factor in some way or use quadratic formula. We're going to have to solve somehow. Okay, tomorrow, since there is a test, we will skip the bell ringers. But on Wednesday, we're going to do 11 all the way to 16. So if you're trying to, all the way to 17. So if you're trying to get ahead, 11 through 17 is Wednesday. Okay, I'm going to move every group to a 5 as long as your group is working productively on your study guide. But before I release you and say, go do the thing, I need to see someone's study guide. Show me your study guide. It's fine, it's blank.
Oh, yeah. I got mine all the way.
Okay. It's on the back of the notes. It's the very last page in the notes. There are 25 problems, and originally I told you couldn't skip any. I'm rectifying that statement now. You are going to skip one problem only. You can skip number 12. You can skip number 12. Number 12 is supposed to be about you setting up 3 systems and unknowns and putting them in your calculator and that kind of thing. But you practice it in 23, 24, and 25 anyway. So we'll get rid of the one-word problem. Number 12 is out. You can cross it through. If you want to see the answer, it's going to be on my key, but you don't have to work number 12. I don't care if you're just putting these in your calculator to get the determinants, the inverses, etc. But you understand on the test tomorrow, if Tyreek's made a typo in his calculator, it's going to give him the wrong number. He's going to have the wrong answer. So it might be smart to at least show what you typed in your calculator, some sort of work of some kind. Like I get you know how to do the determinant of a 2 by 2 in your calculator, but it still wouldn't be a bad idea to do the trick we learned with the diagonals as well to prove you did, like you do know how you got that answer. So my suggestion is to show work in some way, especially with the very last 3 problems. Because we talked about you're supposed to get the identity matrix. Do you mind if I write on this page? Okay. We're supposed to try to get the identity matrix, which was 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, and then the last 3 numbers in the answer. But if you don't get the identity matrix and you get something crazy, then we have to look at that very bottom last number. And if it's a 1, we say no solution. And if it's a 0, we say infinitely many solutions.
We can't do 0, remember?
If it's in the very, very bottom. So really what I would do if I were Paige is I would show what my calculator gave me when I typed in and pressed that RF. So I would show that, and then I would circle the spot and say, this is why I put no solution. I would do something. Because what if Seth writes no solution, but really he had the identity matrix, and it just so happened for once that it was like 4, 2, 0. He saw a 0 at the very end and he flipped out. And the answer could be 4, 2, 0. That's fine. Anyway, so my suggestion is to show what your calculator screen gives you on at least 23, 24, 25 so I can feel some sort of pity for you. Tomorrow's test has, I believe, 20 problems. There are 4 in the room who are sophomores, and I believe they're going to be pulled out at some point for an assembly. So if you're one of those 4 and you want to come early to start yours, you can. I cannot postpone it because everybody else is about to take a mid-Chapter 4 test, so we'd be behind. So we cannot postpone. So if you're one of my sophomores and you're worried you're not going to have enough time, you might want to come tomorrow before school. I will gladly let you start it. Okay, my only other suggestion, because people are getting this confused, is that if we're doing addition or subtraction, the dimensions have to match. Dimensions, they have to match. So if you have a 3 by 3 that you're trying to add with, your other matrix better be a 3 by 3. But if we're multiplying, we look at the inside number, like a 2 by 3 and a 3 by 2. Even though they don't match, they can go together because the inside numbers match. So I have some people who are trying to like merge the two and try to make multiplication rules work for addition and subtraction, and they don't. And I believe Don Terrius realized this because he kept trying to add 2 that shouldn't go in his calculator the other day, and his calculator kept saying no solution, or like not possible, or like it freaked out. If your calculator's freaking out, you probably couldn't work that problem. Either that, or you've typed in something crazy. Yes, dear. Do what, dear? Number 2 you can do. There is one that you can't do, though. That they're both 2 by 3, so they do match. Yes, yes.
So it don't have to be squared away.
No. No, so I can work number 2 because it's a 2 by 3 and a 2 by 3. And I can work number 1 because it's a 2 by 2 and a 2 by 2. Number 3 is no problem, but then we get to number 4 and we can't work it because they're not the same dimensions. I've got a 3 by 2 and a 3 by 1. They're not the same. You can't work it.
So no solution.
I would say not possible. For number 4, I know it's not possible. And then one of the multiplication ones ended up being not possible as well. One of the ones that ended up being not possible? Why would I tell you? That is no fun. Yes, basically, except they've added determinants, inverses, and systems. But we learned how to do all 3 of those in our calculator. So as long as you know how to do the inverse in your calculator, determinant in your calculator, and RF for the system, you're good to go. Okay, today is the last day. I love you dearly. I mean, we're going to ask Brister to restrain herself. Go ahead, Ben. It's fine. That's fine. Today is the last day. Oh, I was going to mention 10 and 11. Don't skip those like you did on the quiz. Seriously, just set 6 equal to 8 plus 3, so 8 equals 3. That's all you got to do. It's not that hard. Today is the last day, and I'm going to ask Brister to follow this as well, to ask any calculator button issues. Because if you don't know how to put matrices in the calculator yet, or do determinants or inverses or any of the things, I cannot help you tomorrow. So you need to ask me today. Okay, I believe that's all I guess here. We're gonna let it go. We're gonna be like help. Okay, are there any other questions though about this? Okay, then if I were you, I'd get my whole study guide done. If Seth had it done today and wanted to show me today so he doesn't have to turn it in tomorrow because he keeps forgetting to do that, that would be genius of him.
Yes, it would.